everybody, I'm Amy. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about the full moon coming up. The full moon is coming tomorrow, the snow moon, and full moons are generally a good time to let stuff go that isn't serving you or isn't working in your life. It can be as simple as a physical thing where you're going to declutter a little bit, maybe get rid of some stuff you don't need or don't want, and making that actual physical transition in your 3D space. When you do that, that actually tells the universe that you are getting rid of stuff that you don't want and stuff that isn't serving you. Like that is a signal to the universe. So that's good. Decluttering is always good. But for me, I always think of the full moon as a time to get rid of like things inside of me, mental habits or thoughts or practices that aren't serving me. And so when I was thinking about that, I was wondering like, okay, I say that, oh, I'm going to let this go, or I'm going to clear that out. But how do we actually accomplish clearing that thing out that's inside of me to where I have space for newer, brighter, better manifesting thoughts? So I was asking my guides for some clarification on that because I want to know what the process is. How do you actually do that? The first thing that happened when I asked my guides was I heard the song Let It Go from Frozen in my head. And I'm like, okay, you have verified and clarified that it is a time to let stuff go. Thank you very much. Now, how do I do that? So I pulled some cards, some tarot. So when I pull cards, my process is that I shuffle and then I pull the ones that flip. And I don't do it on camera because sometimes it takes a while. But I read them exactly in order that they came up. So the first one that came up was the Six of Swords. And this is literally the mental transition card. You can see how the seas are a little rougher right there and they're going toward a peaceful sea. They are literally leaving something that made them sad, sorrowful, moving toward maybe a better time or a better place for them. When you get this card, you know, like if you're asking about jobs or homes, it can mean like leaving a physical place or leaving a person. Since I'm asking about mental, clarity, this is the mental transition card. So yes, my guys are saying, yes, this is a time to like shift your thoughts and go towards something that makes you happy. Like, okay, but I still don't know how to do that. So the next card that came up, Nine of Cups. This was like, oh, duh. First of all, you make the intention to leave stuff behind, the thing that isn't serving you. The second thing is, this is literally a live in the moment card. Do you see this guy sitting on that wooden bench? See how happy and content he looks? He has everything that he needs. He is surrounded by wealth, luxury, contentment, happiness. His 9 cups are all full and he is very happy. But here's the caveat. He's sitting on a wooden bench, which won't be comfortable for long. So this is the card. When it comes up, it is reminding you to count your blessings right now and say thank you for all the wonderful things you already have. So leave the stuff that doesn't serve you. Count your blessings for the things that you have. And then the third one I got was the Star, which is wish fulfillment, healing. It was like, okay, guys, okay, like I get it. Leaving behind, saying thank you for what you already have and for the things that you want to keep in your life, that will bring you your wish granted and your fulfillment. Like, it doesn't get much simpler than that. And then I asked for an outcome and I got the 3 of Cups, the celebration. Okay, but they still didn't tell me a process. So as I thought about it, I thought, okay, well, what have you done in the past to like change a thought pattern? And through my life coaching education, I've learned a couple of strategies. And one of them for me really works, which is visualization. I had a thought that I was trying to get rid of. It was like a habit. And the first step is you have to like be aware of it. So if you set your intention to just like, every time I have that thought, I just want to know that I have it. You just have to see that it's there, like, okay, there, and once you are able to recognize it, then I would visually see the Queen of Swords take her sword and cut the cord between me and that thought. And then the thought would float away into the universe and transmute into something else. So I am so visual, and I totally needed that. And it really did help, because as soon as that thought would come, I'd just be, boom, no, you're not, cutting it off, not going to have it. And another way, there's two different schools of thought. So that thought is just don't think it. And then I would think, I don't want that thought. I'm going to think about this manifesting thought, like I accept all the wealth in the world. You know, just I try to replace it with something positive. The second school of thought is, instead of pushing that thought away or cutting it off, just acknowledge that it's there. It starts the same. You have to be aware that you're having it. So it would take a little bit of time for you to go, oh, I'm having that thought. And then once you catch yourself doing it, just observe it like an outsider. Like, I'm having that thought. Thank you for what you're trying to tell me, but please move along. So instead of like, I think the difference is there's more maybe emotion in the cutting it off, because I'm like, no, push away. And the second one is more neutral. You can say, thank you. Those thoughts are trying to tell me something. Thank you for the information. And then just observe yourself, like, okay, I had that thought. So what? It's just a thought. And then just push it aside and go on your way. I really like the idea, though, of if you can catch yourself having a thought or an emotion that you don't want to have, and you can observe it or get rid of it, I think it's a good idea to replace it with another thought. And probably, you know, have that thought ready. Mine was, I had a picture of the Ace of Pentacles in my head. Obviously, I'm a very visual person, and I just would picture myself accepting that offer. You know, it can be, you know, money or job or love or whatever you want that pentacle to be. And I would just see myself accepting that and saying thank you. So I think it's really good to have a replacement thought. So I hope that helps you let go of some stuff. I thought it was a good thing to think about with the full moon coming up. And every full moon, you can try something new every time there's a full moon, and there's at least one every month. So it's a really fun way to like fine tune your life. I will be back next week with another message. If you would like me to read on something, just leave me a comment.